And welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. I'm full of smile because I have a wonderful director behind the scene. Okay, we'll begin from an interesting story this evening on the show, and we'll start from Ikene Ogun State just this afternoon. The Nigeria National League (NNL), the most important league in Nigeria, released the draws for the 2024-2025 season. Yes, though it was an adjustment, the draws was released earlier, but because of complaints from some clubs and also looking at the situation of the country, the security situations and other reasons. That was why the organizers, the CEO of that league, that is Dr. Ayo Abraman, actually listening to the complaints of this club, and they had to adjust the draws so that clubs within the same region won't travel far to go and play football games. So we have 4 conferences in the league, and that is where we get teams that play in the Nigerian Premier Football League. So the draws was released this afternoon at the Kene. Precisely, that is where the event is ongoing, and we have, like I said, 4 conferences. We have Conference A, B, C, and D. We'll bring as is on the screen. Let's start from Conference A, where we have Sporting Lagos, Solution FC, First Bank. If that name is synonymous when it comes to club football in Nigeria. At Gateway, we have Kun Khalifa FC, we have Abakaliki FC, we have Madiba FC, we have Imalex, we have Goswil Akpabio FC, Osun United, and Rovers of Calabar. These are in Conference A. And then in Conference B, we have Smart City, we have Edel FC, we have 1472, a team that got relegated last season. We have Beyond Limits, who are back to the NNL, though they got promoted to the Nigerian Premier Football League. That's Beyond Limits. They sold their slot to Heartland FC of Owerri because the statute is that you can't have, an individual cannot have 2 clubs playing in the Nigerian Premier Football League. The owner of Beyond Limits is also the owner of Remo Stars, so one has to go for one. And we know Beyond Limits went back to the Nigerian Premier, the Nigerian National League. We have Warri Wolves in there. We have Ijele FC. We have Inter Lagos. We're also a team that was relegated last season. We have Crown FC of Ogbomosho. We have Dakada FC. We have Igbajo Osun. And then we have Abia Comets in Conference B. And then in Conference C, we have Crown FC. We have Sokoto. We have Melentaki FC of Abuja. We have Gombe. We have Wiki Tories, that is Gombe United. We have Wiki Tories of Bauchi. We have Mighty Jets of Jos. We have Zamfara FC. And then we have FC Barau of Kano. That team is based in Kano. And then in Conference D, we have Kebbi United, we have Doma United, a team that was doing well last season in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Then we have Sporting Supreme of Abuja, we have Yobe Desert Stars, we have Adamawa United, and then we have Kada Warriors of Kaduna, and then we have Basira FC. So these draws, this afternoon, those draws were released in Ikene, where the event is ongoing. Okay, I have Michael Idoko joining me on the show this evening. Michael, welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV.
Yeah, thank you very much. Glad to be part of this.
Okay, let's straight to business. We've seen the draws, the NNL, the 2024-2025 season, and the draws were released this afternoon, just some hours ago. We've seen the draws was an adjusted one, but I think, in my own opinion, it's an interesting draws, being that giving the teams opportunity not to travel those long distance journey for them to go and play football, and they just had to make sure that yes, this time around teams can adjust to the situation of the country, at least find it easy of traveling to match venues.
Yes, I also join my voice to agree in solidarity. My only prayer is I hope it doesn't dilute the quality of the league. But then when you look at the situation in Nigeria, this has actually come in handy. Recently, we heard of Kano Pillars having an accident. A certain number of players were injured. I think the under-19 squad or so. And in other climes, we know that club football players actually fly in planes or maybe perhaps a train where the road is smooth, security is guaranteed. But in this part of the world, you as an athlete, you are always on the road, suffering, getting all the sun, all the stress gets piled up, and nobody cares. All they care about is make sure you go and win your matches. So most times they go to match venues with fatigue all over their bodies. So this will reduce the fatigue with the new clustering system that will enable teams play teams within the same catchment area. I think the stress will reduce on the athletes, which is much better for them. At least it will lead to optimum performance, premium performance from the athletes. So, Abdurrahman, I think they've had a 3-day seminar yesterday, today, and I think terminating tomorrow. It's a good one. I think the NNL is making a big giant stride, which is a plus.
Okay, which is a plus that we have the draws on the screen. Let's just quickly take it one more time before we move over to the next story. We'll start from Group D, the Conference D now. Basira, Kada Warriors, Adamawa, Yobe Desert Star, Supreme, Sporting Supreme of Abuja, Doma United, Kebbi United. Then in Conference C, Crown, Sokoto, Melentaki, like I said, is of Abuja, Gombe United, Wiki Tories, Mighty Jets of Jos, Zamfara United, and FC Barau of Kano. Joining in Conference C, and in Conference B, where we have more of the teams. Conference A and Conference B have more teams. That is the Southern Conference. We have Smart City, we have Dell FC, we have 1472, Beyond Limits, Warri Wolves, Ijele, Inter Lagos, Crown FC of Ogbomoso, Dakada, Igbaju Osun, and Abia Comet. In Conference A, we have Sporting Lagos, Solution FC, First Bank, Gateway, Kun Khalifa, Abakaliki FC, Madiba FC, Imalex, Goswill Akpabio team, a new team joining the likes of FC Barau, Osun United, and Rovers FC of Calabar, one of the oldest football club in the country. That is Rovers of Calabar. It's a very old team, a household name when it comes to club football in Nigeria. We are waiting to see them play in the top flight league again, if they can do it this season and get promoted. Let's leave the NNL this time around and go straight to the continent, but we'll talk about the Super Eagles. Yes, their last Group D game is going to be against the AMAVUBIS of Rwanda. That game is bid for the Goswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo on the 18th of November. CAF has confirmed that. Michael, we will be playing the AMAVUBIS. A team will draw. Now it's just a game to spare because already we've qualified after that decision from CAF. But we also looked at this particular story on the show. That is Libya now heading to CAF, but that is not it. But now CAF has confirmed the date. November 18 will be the last Group D game for Super Eagles against the AMAVUBIS of Rwanda here in Nigeria.
Yeah, the Rwandan team is a very well-constructed team. In every department, they know how to manage team progress. So the Super Eagles are aware that they cannot underrate the Rwandans. We are playing for glory. We know that we're already qualified. We heard that there will be a match against the Benin Republic, I think 14th of November, just before that match. And I believe at the end of the 14th November or so, we should already be qualified to be on the plane to the next AFCON. Never be that as it may, nevertheless, we are the giants of Africa. We cannot afford to be on the losing end for the fact that we're still playing the qualifiers. It's an opportunity for the coach to exploit other options. Perhaps after the Benin game, I expect the Super Eagles coach to try other options and see if there will be new players who can actually fit into this team. Maybe look at the bench a little, give them some illumination. Let's see if we can have more athletes who have potential but are yet to see first team action. So it's up to the coach or the technical advisor to look at the team and see how it can be reconstructed. But kudos to Super Eagles, albeit Libya 3 points and 3 goals. I believe it's a lesson for the Libyans that you don't maltreat your fellow African counterparts in that manner.
Mentioning that we hear they are heading straight to the Court of Arbitration for Sports. They are going to appeal that decision. But as it stands, we have qualified. Do you think maybe as they are heading to the Court of Arbitration for Sports, there's going to be a twist to that judgment coming in from CAF?
Well, by the time they'll be done with the Court of Arbitration, we should be on the plane to the next AFCON. So they can remain in court while we will be playing the AFCON, because I believe by the conclusion of the court injunction, we must have qualified by beating Benin and perhaps beating or drawing Rwanda. So it's inconsequential as far as that appeal is concerned.
Okay, it's inconsequential. But for the Super Eagles, their last game is going to be on the 18th of November. They already have 10 points. They are true to, they've qualified. With that point, they are sure of joining the likes of Senegal and who have qualified for the AFCON 2025 in Morocco. Let's not forget that the AFCON is going to play in the span of 2025 December. They enter into the following year, 2026. So let's see how it goes against the AMAVUBIS of Rwanda at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. Let's leave Nigeria and go straight to Europe. There are cup games tonight in the top 3 league in Europe, and also we have some Serie A game. But we'll start from the English League Cup, the Carabao Cup, as you know they call it, or the Carling Cup. For that, it's round of 16. Now we have some games that will be coming up tonight in the round of 16 of Carabao Cup. Just 2 games. Southampton against Stoke City, and Brentford is going to battle Sheffield Wednesday. So the 2 EPL teams, Southampton and Brentford, will be at home against the championship side. For Southampton, we have our own man there, Joe Aribo, and also for Brentford, maybe we'll see Frank Onyeka starting in this game. So these are just 2 games tonight in the Carling Cup.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear. The favorites are perhaps on the left side of my own screen. I favor Southampton to win. I also favor Brentford, who were able to pierce a dagger into the hearts of my Arsenal recently. I would still favor them to take down Sheffield Wednesday before Wednesday. You know, I don't know why Sheffield Wednesday is not playing on Wednesday. They are playing on Tuesday. Okay, so I believe it's going to be a good one for Joe Aribo and, of course, Frank Onyeka.
Yes, it's going to be a good game for Joe Aribo and Frank Onyeka. Southampton against Stoke City, and Brentford will battle Sheffield Wednesday. Today is Tuesday, but they have to play on Tuesday, not Wednesday. All right, let's leave that. We also have cup games. That is Spanish Copa del Rey that will be coming up tonight. Quite a lot of games in the Spanish Copa del Rey. We have Compostela versus Deportivo Alaves. We have Villamuriel against Rayo Vallecano. We have Gugelo against Corrense CF. And then Astor against Real Valladolid, El Hospitalet against Real Zaragoza. We have Lanzarote against Resis Santander. That is a household name in the Spanish league. That is Racing Santander. Ever since they got relegated, they've not made it back to the La Liga proper. We have Poblense against Villarreal, and Real Jaén will play Cadiz in all of this cup game. Quite a number of games coming up also in the Spanish Copa del Rey, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, so many Real that, of course, there was no Real Madrid. You know, that's the real Madrid. Every other Real, my people say, is counterfeit. But I remember Real Zaragoza, Real Valladolid. These are the Reals that we do each time we see it. We say it's a Real derby when they are playing against Madrid. So it's all about Real this, Real that. But it looks very interesting. But I think what's going to captivate us is when the top teams we see their feature in the Copa del Rey. I think that will attract the fans more to view this. But for this, I know that it's just the fanatical Spanish fans in Spain that will definitely keep a date with the fixtures tonight, but for some of us that love the La Liga, would prefer to see Athletic Bilbao, Atletico Madrid, Barca, and Real Madrid are still still healing and licking their wounds from the last loss. I'm sure they will want to have back-to-back losses but I think for this, perhaps we may not feature all those top teams at this level.
Okay, we might not see those top teams at this level, but quite a number of games in the Spanish Copa del Rey. Also, we have games coming up in the German DFB Pokal. It's just like the FA Cup in England. Tonight, we also have a lot of games coming up. Yes, we have Augsburg against Schalke 04. We have Bayer Leverkusen taking on Elfsberg. We have Kickers of back against Kalarussia SC, a team that actually showed all the top teams last season. Can they do it again this time around? That is for Kalarussia SC. We have RB Leipzig against St. Pauli. That one is a Bundesliga affair. We have Jan Regensburg against Greuther Fürth. We have Köln against Holstein Kiel. Stuttgart versus Castello 10. And then we have Wolfsburg against Borussia Dortmund. These games are lined up tonight. And also Augsburg against Schalke 04 is where we will be seeing our own Frank Onyeka and not for Brentford tonight against Schalke 04. So top games also in the German DFB Pokal second round fixture.
Yeah, I mean, I expect Bayer Leverkusen and RB Leipzig to go through easily. For Borussia Dortmund, I remember the kind of game they had against Real Madrid last week. I mean, first half 2-0, and then second half, it's like it was a baptism of fire. They opened the net empty, and Vinicius Junior kept making a movie out of a Borussia Dortmund that saw some of us even announcing that the Ballon d'Or should just be handed over to him for his solo effort goals. But then I believe Borussia Dortmund should be able to move past, I think is it Wolfsburg or Volkswagen? I think they should be able to, despite being an away game, I expect them to come through this round.
Okay, despite an away game, Borussia Dortmund in there. We also have Augsburg and co. Who will be Augsburg against Schalke 04, and then Bayer Leverkusen. We will also, Victor Boniface might also be part of this game tonight. I think that car crash issue is already behind him. We saw what he did over the weekend, coming back to the lineup, and he was able to get a goal despite it was ended on a draw affair in their weekend game. So we might just see Victor Boniface taking part in this game against Elfsberg, and then Kickers Offenbach against Kalarussia SC. So quite a number of games. But in Italy, it's not Coppa Italia this time around. It's going to be the Italian Serie A. They have league games coming up in Italy tonight. Let's have that of Italy, the fixture. We know Napoli will be in action tonight in the Italian Serie A. And for Italian Serie A, we have Cagliari against Bologna. We have Lecce, Hellas Verona. And the big game tonight, Michael, at the San Siro is going to be AC Milan against the table toppers right now, Napoli.
Yes, I mean, it's a titanic clash, a battle of a rumble in the jungle. AC Milan versus Napoli. Naples are the top of the table, and of course, they are in fine form right now. The team is actually soaring. I know, despite being away, they will still want to make a statement that the team we were 2 years ago, we are back to that form, and we are ready to give it another run. And I think they're highly motivated right now. But I believe AC Milan, being one of the top teams in the Italian Serie A, even though they are not in the top 3 in the league right now, I still see them. I still see the game. If I were to predict, I'll be predicting a score draw, in my opinion.
Okay, similar versus Napoli tonight, and Samuel Chukwueze will be in action. Maybe he's going to get the starting berth tonight. It's not left for the coach to do that after doing so well over the weekend, getting their lone goal. All right, quickly before we go out of the show, because we are out of time, let's talk tennis quickly. Where Katie Butler is through to Hong Kong Open second round after beating Japan's Ayo Ito, that is what ranked 156 in the world. She was able to defeat the Japanese 6-4, 6-4 to go through to the second round of the Hong Kong Open. Butler has enjoyed a career's best season, winning 2 WTA Tour titles and reaching a high of 27th in the world rankings. And the last one, Michael, you will react to this before we go in just 20 seconds. Daniel Dubois backed Tyson Fury to beat Alexander Usyk, and whoever wins this fight, Daniel Dubois is looking forward to fight that person. This fight will come up December 21st. Quickly.
Yes, I expect Tyson Fury to give him a Christmas gift to send him to the hospital bed on Christmas Day. That's what I expect from Tyson Fury. But he needs to be aggressive because Alexander Usyk is an aggressive attacker. So Tyson Fury has to give him a part of his own poison in order to ensure that he retains his title back. I mean, boxing is better when Tyson Fury is the champion.
Okay, all right. That is what we'll be leaving it on the show this evening. Let's see what happened on December 21st between these two great boxers. All right, thanks, Michael, for coming up on Sports Update. It's good having you this evening.
Yours truly, MC Magnet. Until next time.
All right, that is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashimise. Thanks for watching.